Doing my favorite thing to do. I'm so tired of this, I just want it to end. I just want it to end. See, I went out and did a brave thing. I made one of these stupid videos I hate doing. Because I'm so fucking insane that I fucking know what this looks like. People just can't get a fucking clue, though. I don't run around fucking town saying, hey, I'm Carl, I'm a little starseed. So I made a little video today on TikTok. Alright. Snipped a piece of Henry Hildebrandt. And Henry, he's a cult leader here in my town. And right around old Dingleberry there, Marty, is some more of his cohorts in the Church of God. These people actually convince other adults that they hold their salvation in their hands. Like, I gotta ask, who is that dumb to think that another man holds your salvation? Not only does the Church of God tell you that they hold your salvation, if you go to leave, it's like they're the Church of Scientology. They don't appreciate it very much. They might destroy your family. I think there's a little documentary on that going on right now. Like any church should know. Hey, you're always welcome. What are we talking about tonight? Well, I was just talking about how I made this video because I don't run around town saying I'm a little starseed or anything, you know what I mean? It's pretty much been a YouTube career. But now I gotta take her mainstream, bud. Unfortunately, I think I was chosen from God to fucking help you buttheads. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can get a hold of Upchurch. Find out for me. Hey, maybe he can put me down. Hey, maybe he can show me where I was wrong about all the things I thought where people were fucking him over. Maybe he can show me where he does this, where his music isn't magic. Or do you think he'd pick on me for thinking he was special? And he was gonna change the world? Like he says he's going to. Or is that a different kind of change the world? Like, I don't know. What do you consider, Rusty, what do you think changing the world is? What do you think it is? You know, maybe I can win one of those interviews. You know, Southwind won an interview. Maybe I can win an interview. Listen, we can do it on his channel. We don't have to do it at all. If he thinks I'm a fucking moron, because, well, his family came after me, so I fought back and they fucking ignored the fuck out of me. Every one of them. Every one of them came after me and every one of them ran away. Like Rusty, your little buddy Wade, he's a coward. He is a coward. Remember all that shit he told you about me in the hospital? Experimental drugs and whatever else he had going on there. It's funny how we don't listen to people's stories, but we make up our own. Do you know how hard it is, Rusty, trying to convince people you're chosen from God? And then you got people like Wade Deaver on the streets telling everybody that, well, you've had shock treatment. Your brain's not quite right. Just ignore the feller. You know what I mean? Do you know how screwed up this world is, Rusty? A guy like Marty is the kind of guy who can get a growing channel on YouTube. Someone who's trying to help. He'll dingle dangle there forever. You put a guy like Marty out there, and people adore him. They love him. And I mean, that guy, he's like he's a psychopath, Rusty. A compulsive liar, bud. Compulsive. You think that's what it is? You think he's buying subs? You think I wouldn't put it past him. What a loser, eh? Can you imagine having to buy subs to make yourself feel good? Oh man. Do you think that's how Johnny got all it? No, John. You don't think Johnny would actually pay anything for fucking subbies, do you? I can't see it, but I don't know. Well, like honestly, I think he's headed for hell. I do think that, well, there's a new beginning coming. I don't think she's the end, Rusty. I think we get to decide. We all get to decide. How do we want to play this game? How do we want to play the game? Do we want to have our lives dictated by a bunch of fucking Goombas? Like, does it make you feel good that fucking Biden's got his finger on the fucking, like, that man has the codes. He has the launch codes. Like, you don't worry about the future for people. Like, America does not look good these days. It looks in piss poor shape. It likes to make itself feel better for feeling sorry for Canada. But really, you guys are in no better shape than we are. Like, these are just my opinions. They're not facts. But Anthony Blinken, that guy, he's got some devil in him. Hillary Clinton, her friends don't disappear for no reason. That's what I think. But hey, you'd have to look into that yourself. How many of her friends have actually died? Uh, hey, like, can we get the Epstein list? Like, fuck. Like, nobody cares. Like, these are children who are actually hurt, right? I mean, why don't you put yourself in the place of those? Maybe you guys would care then. Why don't you put yourself in the place of those children? Fuck, think like, fuck. Like, we gotta do something. Like, I don't. Like, how come those children from Line aren't being talked about? That's because we're too busy watching The Rock. I mean, I don't think The Rock's a good guy. I think he's took a McMahon or two. You don't get that big unless they let you get that big. At least not without a bump or two, you know what I mean? She's been a pretty smooth ride since the WWE. Could you imagine? The Rock. I did a TikTok about The Rock. How he wouldn't admit to, backing Biden. This video of him. And then he talks about backing the party. And then he talks about you're gonna back the party. Then he wants to say he's the people's champ. Well, you can't be the people's champ back in the party. You know what I mean? It's the people of the party. You know what I mean? And hey, Rock, if you ain't smart enough to pick between Biden and Trump, I don't know, man. I didn't think unfortunately, you guys do have an impact on our country. But then again, thank God, maybe it might even be worse. Fucking bring in Canadians that have it 10 times fucking worse. We're waking up, though. We're waking up. At least some people are waking up. I wish they'd wake up to God, wake up to the truth. Like I said, I made that video. She's gonna start going around town that I think that I'm chosen from God, and well, that's not something I'd let out around the streets. Could you imagine if I was little me? Like, really think about it. If there is a God, and you just happen to fuck with the wrong people. What if God is inside of me, bud? That can't even face you. Can't even comprehend it, can you? It's just like, no, I'm a good guy. I don't twist the truth, and don't worry, little me. I don't think you're a complete little peckerwad, but like I understand why people like you. I sit back, I listen to you, and I do think that you come to some of your people's defense, but you know, I have to be honest. I can't. Like, we're not, like, even the shitheads aren't all bad. Even a shithead you can learn lots from to make yourself a better person. I've used you, little me, to make me a better me. You don't even know it. You're gonna know it. You're gonna know it. What echo chamber? I did use you. You allowed yourself to be used, little me. And unfortunately, you're going to have to go inside of your brain to try and fix yourself. But I want you to know, once you start feeling the pain, you're on the right track, brother. You're on the right track. I want you to feel some pain. Because if you're not feeling pain and you're walking around thinking everything's good and you shouldn't be helping your children, and that's when you should worry. What do you think I'm supposed to be saying, please, for 69 guy, huh? Oh, we got a little tax in the house, too. Woo woo. Oh, man. Hey, I do think that, well, what do you guys think? You guys go ask Upchurch if he'll do a podcast with me. We'll call it Hillbilly A. You know what I mean? Like a Bob and Doug McKenzie sort of thing. No brewskis for me, though. You know what I mean? And can you imagine? Two brains that can think outside of the box. What we could come up with. And be awesome. We could, like, I don't know, maybe he hates me too. He hates Canadians. He has bad luck with Canadians. Like Nicole Arbor. Like, hey, if Upchurch is chosen, can you imagine Nicole Arbor? Her head would like turn inside out. Can you imagine trying to put a man through not only do it once, but then go back for more when you're already supposed to owe money from the first one? Like, you gotta figure she's got some devil in her brain, right? She's not very smart. She doesn't realize that her actions have consequences. And then there's Tom. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind some of Tom's music. I use it for inspiration a lot. But, I mean, like you were saying there, Rusty, about Marty buying his suburbs. That's kind of fake, eh? I mean, if you gotta fake it to make it, or make yourself feel better, it's not very authentic, you know what I mean? Then again, what do you think of the music industry? Like, do you think it's just little shit that Upchurch is talking about, or do you think there's a bigger problem? Huh? I've mentioned this shit before, but like Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters might be up to something. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand people who worship the devil. No, you'd have to go check out his side gigs for yourself to see if he's liking the devil. And tell me why you would pick the devil. Like, are you just fucking retarded? Like, if you're gonna believe in one, then you gotta believe there's a good place and then there's a bad place. But here's where the problem is. I think these Lucifer losers, what they think is that the devil, he's in control of their souls. I don't think that's the case. He has no ownership over anything. You know what I mean? It's all for naught. Like this big spiritual war we're gonna have, I foresee if we actually do something and I get to do what I'm supposed to do, there'll be nothing to it. Nothing to it. They'll all be scared, shitting in their pants. They won't even know what to do. They'll be scared of me. Rusty, Bill Gates is going to be scared of me. Justin Trudeau is going to shake in his boots. And Obama, he might shit himself. I think what's going to happen to George Soros is he's going to have a heart attack before we can even have a chance to look at each other. He's going to be, oh, my perceptions are gone. I can no longer fool the people. Yes, he makes you perceive the world in a certain way. Your reality is fake, Rusty. It's fake. You know why? Because there's no truth in the world. You guys got these big bag egos you gotta take care of. You know what I mean? If you marry a girl, Bill Gates would have you ended. No, bud. I work for God. I'm protected. See, here's the thing. Bill Gates is spiritual. He knows shit. He's manifesting. He wrote you a pandemic, bud. He knows shit. And he's going to know exactly what I am. And he's going to be frightened. And if he even has a thought of hurting me, he knows. He knows it goes bad for him, bud. Bad. That's what I mean. When you guys figure out what you've done to me, and you're going to have that in your brains, I've been trying to help you. So trying to help you. And you don't get it. Because you guys don't have hearts. You say it all the time. You want each other dead. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, little me on here saying that fucking Square, who I think is a fucking idiot, to be honest. They're saying that he's fucking victimizing fucking Mustard Squirrel. Just trying to fuck with Square's head. Oh, oh, hurt me with your words. Trust me, every time you go and rewatch, every fucking word's gonna feel like a bullet in your brain, little me. You don't get it yet. I hope you do. I hope you take the shots. Because if you don't, like I said, it might be a sad ending for you. You don't get it, bud. You don't get it, do you? I've never been fucking around with this. I went crazy. I admit it. Do you know why? Because when your whole world collapses, your head fucking breaks open and you start questioning everything. And then when you question things, people push you away. So then you have no one to talk to, so it expands even more. But what you gotta do is you gotta bring her back. You gotta bring her back to a balance. But still know in the back of your head, anything's possible, little me. And you don't understand this kind of stuff. Oh, we got a spokesman in the house. The owner of Little Me has entered the building. How does it feel to be living in Little Me's brain? You hurt him so bad he had to take time off of YouTube. Good job, spokesman. Hey, this is how brilliant Little Me is. He's telling everybody they should snipe other people's creations. Like, I get it, Little Me. Like, at least you should wait for them to be done so at least you can do a review, but you just want to steal their shit. Just steal it and then not say a word, not even change it, and just fuck those people over. I mean, if you're so interested in what they're doing, just go over to their channel and watch. And hope that they're not a Marty. And they leave their comment section open. I mean, if you want to talk like an idiot, talk like an idiot. That's what I say. Let the idiots talk. Let's talk, Little Me. Spokesman says you owe him rent money, Little Me. Oh, you know better than get involved with Hellbilly. You're going to be getting yourself all revved up, Little Me. You're going to have to take 2 weeks off of YouTube to get yourself back together again. Spokesman plants his flag right in your head, Little Me, and you didn't even know it. You played his game. He checkmated you before you even knew you started the game. You were just a pawn. You're a pawn in my game too, Little Me. You know what? My life is like a video game. I'm telling you, bro. You know, like what's that movie called with Ryan Reynolds? And he plays a video game character, and he's trying to wake everybody else up. Hey, we could have this brand new life. We're not doing shit right. Wake up. Let's jump to the other side. But instead, I guess you could say we're in a matrix too. You know what causes the matrix? All the fucking lies. All the lies that you guys buy into. Because if you don't buy into, you bought into the fact that you don't have any power and you don't have the right to say no. All right, I disagree. Hey, you're going to have to answer for this. But instead, your government and my government will send us letters back all redacted. You don't need to know. You don't need to know if we're up to no good. Keep your fucking mouth shut or we'll take your bank account. You know what I mean? When I hear about California, I heard something about California lately. What was it? I can't remember. Can't remember. Oh, bud. I don't think about you until I see you, or I think about doing a video. You're definitely not in my head, bro. Definitely not in my head. You'll want to be in my head. You're going to chase me like Dagburn's going to chase me. You're going to be, oh, Carl, I'm so sorry. And I'll be like, hey, little me, you stay over there. I gave you a chance. I forgive you, little buddy. But you got to do this all on your own. I wouldn't make you feel very good, would it? Like if I am chosen, and I did say that to you, to think you had a chance at the greatest love you ever could have had with me, and you blew it. You blew it. I could have gave you the world, little me. Me and the rest of the 144,000. You could have joined up with the gang, and you missed out. Because why? For your pride? How'd you and me get in this mix up? Who got you here? Little me, who got you in this situation that you're in today that you don't even know you're in? But once you do, you're going to know you're fucked and you're going to want to point all your anger and all everything at Wade. It all comes down to Wade. One simple little lie and all the damage that Wade has caused the whole little family. You're going to have to all take a look at all the comments you ever made to me. And you're going to have to wonder, was it worth it? Should we have just talked to him? Well, now half the little families realize that Wade's kind of a fucking idiot. But hey, when Carl was saying it, hey, no, we got to stick by our man, whether he's truthful or not. We're going to be loyal to the man. Don't be loyal to the man. Be loyal to the truth, little me. Be loyal to the truth. And buddy, I'm telling you, I will never steer you in the wrong direction knowingly. I will always try and lay down the truth to you, buddy. Because Jesus loves you. And so do I, bro. I want the best for you. I want you to know you can be a brave little soldier and you can fight for your children. You can bring freedom to your land. Like that brave heart. You know, when Mel Gibson lays out that stuff and you're just like, yeah, I'll fucking fight with you now. I'd rather die than fucking die thinking, well, I'm kind of a pussy. And look what's going on with the children and the grandchildren. I'll die for this. Die for it, little me. Because people will want me dead. Hey, bud. Think about Christians. They'll fucking despise me. Despise me. Even though everything I do is for Jesus. It's for the truth. And my Father. Because it is love. And it can't be true love without the truth. You know what I mean? That's what we're fighting for here, little me. The truth. So we can get the love. Get on board. And tomorrow, let's see you with a big me. Come on. Come out as a big me. That's what I want you to do, buddy. Change it. You be a big me. Maybe you can convince little feller to be a big feller. God could use a chin like that. Fuck, man. You know what? I wouldn't want to fucking see feller. Fuck, you need a sledgehammer to take that chin down. He could probably hurt you, eh? It's a sin not to give God that chin. You know what I mean? He could be a good little warrior. I don't think he's interested. I've tried talking him into it a few times. But he won't fuck with me, though. He won't fuck with me. uh, that's the thing. Like, you think I'd be gold for you guys, but you just don't fuck with me the way you should. Is it because it's in the back of your head? What if he is right? He does make sense. I should be trying to help my children. I'm just scared. Maybe if I listen to him, I wouldn't be scared anymore. It'll help me become a big boy and I can help my children. You know what I mean? Little Billy, have a good one. What do you want to talk about? 69? Hey, you guys want to play a clip? I want to play a clip. I want to play this clip. It's pretty much just audio, but I want to play it. Ready? It's Beavis and Butthead.
So that's the point of it, though. It ain't got nothing to do with anything else. It's just got to do with me and my relationship with God.
Right. Well, that's good, man. He's more important than anything. If God was to tell me today, and if I was to fall asleep and then I had a dream saying, delete your YouTube channel, delete every social media, throw your phone in the river, I would do it. So, you know what I mean?
Can I get an Americano?
You guys should tell him. You know what? Here's the thing, though. It's like, I work for God. And I think I'm having a dream right now. I'm trying to accomplish my dreams. And my dreams is to save humanity. Okay? So, I like to be a dream giver. So, what I could do if I turn out to be chosen is I would ask everybody, like the whole wide world, to sub up to Dagburn and Marty. And just give the love that these two lads need. Like, let them know every time they lie. Like, if you're gonna be a good Christian, you gotta tell people when they're lying. You pick up on all their lies, let them know, help them, tell them in their chats how much you love them, how much you appreciate them, and you can go in there and you can ask your monkeys to do certain little tasks and stuff like that, because they'll love it. Like, the more subscribers they get, the more the little monkeys will act. You know what I mean? I say, like, if I am chosen, I would hope that I could help these boys accomplish their dreams. They want to be rich and they want to be famous. I want to make sure that they get that. I want to make sure that they get everything they ever wanted. Because what is Johnny going to be famous for? These songs that he promises that he's going to bring out all the time? Him and Patty Lynn? Is that it? Is it his music, or is it his, well, his chime on the YouTube? You know, I got thinking. Because he's always whining. He's always like, well, hanging out church and ruined my life. Ah, yeah, church started it. Ah. But then we got that little period where him and Upchurch were cool, remember? And him and Patty were good and all that sort of good stuff. Wasn't it Dagburn that jumped the gun on Patty? Didn't he restart the situation again? He didn't have to go back after Upchurch because Patty ignored him, didn't get back to him on time. You know what I mean? Just some food for thought if Johnny ever watches or whatever. Is Hey, Vintage, what's going on? Is my boy Little Me still in here? What else do we got on the old boob tube? Yeah. Anyways, if I could, like, I hope I can help Marty and Dagmar reach their dreams. Or maybe it'll wake them up. Maybe they will give up their YouTube channels and go find some alone time and find themselves and maybe find God. And realizing that acting like a fucking complete buffoon and then using God's name on top of it doesn't get you to good places. I hope they don't get to find out those, if there is a bad place, but if there is, I'd say that that's where they're headed. But what do you guys think? What do you think? Go 69. What do you think?
People ask me all the time, how long have you been sober for? And
no, you can't. And that's the one thing God's been telling me. I can only do what I can do, and I can only try and take the negative that I get and turn it into a positive. If little me wants to be negative, I'll turn him into a positive. You know what I mean? Every bad thing has something good to offer. You just gotta find it. Some of the worst people I ever met, I have the most to thank for. They made me grow like I never would have been able to grow the way I've grown without them. Not at all. I love them and I appreciate them, but justice and truth has got to come to town too. I forgive them, but forgiveness is not letting people get away with and push you around and think that they can destroy you and get away with it. Because if you let them get away with it, then they're just going to do it to somebody else. And well, I don't like to see others get hurt. I would hate to see someone go through what I went through. That hasn't been a good time. But I also believe that I have the receipts for the ride that I did take. And now I'm going to force myself to move along. And then I'll find out if I'm crazy or not. But here's the thing. You can't just tell me I'm crazy. You gotta show me where I'm crazy with facts. Because I shouldn't be able to walk around in my head thinking that, well, my prime minister got caught doing something he shouldn't have been doing. Silenced somebody with an NDA. People had this information. It made him become a bigger scumbag. And I think he tries to do nothing but hurt the Canadian people. And all the while, he's trying to look like a good guy. Meanwhile, he's just an actor of the devil. That's all. And unfortunately, the devil's taken over humanity's brains. Like, what possesses you guys to want to... Like, Square should be finding himself and not on YouTube. I don't know why you guys even entertain that guy. Like, I think Dagburn's a professional victim. Man, oh my goodness. That guy, he basically asks for it the way Dagburn does. Dagburn gets all pissed off, comes on, I need a car payment. I'm going to get you guys to vote. And then he gets upset. Why'd you do this? And why'd you do that? Meanwhile, he can take your guys' channels away from you if he could. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. And maybe I'll do a video and I'll tag her in it. I've always sort of liked Sly. But I'll tell you what, when her and Merle were fighting it, I'm no big fan of Merle's. And Merle said, why don't you show the police footage of the squatting or whatever the fuck it is. I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping Sly'd come back and say, yep, I'll send her right to you. Instead, there's the same thing that fucking what's her name does. Deflecting. Nobody can back their shit up. Fucking YouTube's a fucking make-believe life. All fucking make-believe. Too scared to be yourselves. If you're ashamed of yourselves, you should do something about it. Oh, what? System rigged against you? Maybe you should do something about it. Oh, little me. Does little me actually have the spokesman blocked? You talk all that shit about the spokesman and then you block them? That's pretty weak. Dude, come on. I thought better of you than that, little me. You've never done that to me, but you feel the need to do it to spokesman. Square is a lot more complicated than the cage or grave. It doesn't mean what you are implying. Oh, that means. What else you guys want to talk about? Let's see what's on the boob tube. Hey, you guys ever look into HAARP? Do you guys know that there's frequencies that can fuck with your head? Hey, remember how Upchurch makes sure all his frequencies and stuff, all that kind of stuff is good? Because if not, it can damage you. And did you know that? What's HAARP again? What's HAARP? What could they do with HAARP? Oh, I don't know. No concern. No concern about China still buying land in America. There's still no problem with Canadian or Chinese police and stuff in Canada all over the place. Still no problem with Cuba and the army bases going up there. Is that close to home? Hey, are you guys like starting to realize that your oil reserves are getting low? Hey, if there was a war, would you have the fuel for it? Hey, speaking of what would you have for war, do you have ammunition? Hey, again, where the supplies come from, I don't know. Can you put the picture together? Can you put it together? Can you use your imagination? Like, this is all real shit. Like, real shit, like, hey, fuck. Obama doesn't have paperwork to be an American. Her grandmother does a speech or something, says he's from Kenya. Oh my gosh! And they're shutting her up! And I'm supposed to think I'm the problem. I'm the retard. Oh, fuck. And then some guy comes on TV, says he blew Obama, did some crack with him, didn't get sued for it, and I'm supposed to think that, well, a fucking president, like, could possibly still like to smoke crack. Or Maybe he still likes to be blown by men. Hey, in this day and age, why would you hide it? Hey, Michelle, why would you leave Obama? But hey, like, do you guys blow each other? Are you, Michael? Don't we have the right to ask? Like, hey, can we get a woman that Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever? Can we just get her to go in the bathroom with Michelle? And just, could we just find out? Could we just end that shit? You know what I mean? It's bad enough thinking that Obama's not American and he was president. And I mean, Donald Trump tried to warn you guys too. But no, Donald Trump was the idiot then, right? Like, this is real, okay? Like, well, check it out for yourself. I seen a good little press conference on it. The guy actually said, hey, I don't want this to be true. I thought this would be a quick, easy thing, and it's turned out to be a headache. And the people that have had to work on this with me have gone through a lot of bullshit. And why would Obama spend money to check it out for yourself? Trump, I'll smile when this happens. Oh, there's little me, it needs to be said. Do you guys like the idea of Vivek for Vice? I like Vivek. I like anybody who wants the truth. You know what I mean? And that's what he seems to want. He just wants the truth. He wants... Well, he told you guys that Nikki Haley is dirty. And he said, here's how I can prove it. No one gives a fuck. She's still running for president rather than being looked into for fucking ripping the American people off, selling them out. Keep the war machine going, Nikki. Keep her going, sweetheart. Anyways. Oh, there's some Mrs. Dagburn. Freeland calls the cops on a phone call. I don't know what that is. Hey, did you guys ever look into Dolores Cannon? She's got some weird ideas and stuff, eh? Hey, little me still in here, bud? Could you imagine if I'm the red Kachina? Could you imagine if I'm the white dragon? Huh? How would that make you feel? You didn't help me. You didn't help me, little me. You were a hindrance. Like a little Wilmot. I tried picking you free, and I tried picking you free. You just don't want to be free. You just want to be a Wilmot. Oh, my buddy Ghost of Shadows is here. Like, I thought he was supposed to be a good troll. He's very nice to me. He doesn't... Like, I expected more out of you guys. I thought you guys would be good at this. I mean, you go on Square relentless, but... You know... Or is it that I'm too mentally ill? Or is it... you know, you're the one that ends up looking bad in the end. Oh, what's up, bud? I owe you. I'm coming on your show. Listen, at least you backed your shit. You're willing to back your shit up. I'm more normal than I know. I am normal. That's the problem. Everyone around me is not normal. It is not normal to think that our children don't need us right now. It's not normal to think that you poisoned your children and that you shouldn't be fucking doing something about it. They are still pushing this shit in my country. It fucking bothers me like it should bother everybody else. Here's the deal though. I do see it. I try and communicate with people and it just doesn't fucking go well for me. I don't know what it is. You know, there's this guy. His name's Chris Sky. He was running for mayor of Toronto. And I thought maybe I could tell him my story and maybe we could work together and he could show me where I had a problem. Because he kept saying he does shit for the people, right? So I fucking hummed and hawed forever about it. And then I finally decided to do it. And I went to the church to try and get the strength to do it. And I still walked around the church for like 3 hours trying to gather the strength. And I finally got it. And I fucking called this guy. And I was like, man, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Please hear me out. Let me know where you think I'm wrong. And he's like, well, I'm on my way to dinner. Hurry up. Tell me what you want to talk about. And I was like, I don't, like, can we just talk later? He's like, well, I got you on the phone now. Talk now. And I was like, dude, this is going to sound crazy. And then he said something, and I can't even remember what I said. And then all of a sudden, this fucking guy hadn't even heard a word I said. And all I wanted to do was help him. And if I wasn't a help to him, maybe he could help me. Point me in the right direction. Instead, this motherfucker starts calling me names too. Can you imagine every time you try and reach out to somebody and fucking offer help or ask for help, you just get fucked. And to know that it was somebody and you still know what a piece of shit he is, but yet you're still hoping for him to win the fucking mayor of the city, because the worst thing that could happen is that he doesn't get fucking picked and you know it. And then all of a sudden, Toronto gets the absolute worst person in there that could possibly have got it. There's no way I see people voting for that person. I think he was robbed, even though I think he's a piece of shit. And he says he's for the people. He's a fucking glory hound is what he is. He loves himself some fucking Chris Sky. Nobody loves Chris Sky like Chris Sky loves Chris Sky. But he does have some good intentions and he does bring some good knowledge to the people. But anyways, like these are the kinds of things. Like I've tried to reach out to so many people. Like you guys think it's just you? No, I've humiliated myself all over the fucking place. But yet nobody's heard my story yet. Nobody. And no, Stardust, I don't think people are fucking like me at all. Like a lot of people might be starting to realize the truth about the outside world, but I don't think they're realizing the truth about their inside world and how it needs to be fixed. We need to get our past out of us. Take a quick glimpse, see what we want for the future, and then bring it into the present, and then make that future happen. If people don't think like that, it's just, I see this guy over on fucking TikTok. His name's Apollo or something like that. And he's got a heart of gold, but he fucking like he thinks we gotta do this big walkout and all this other shit and like how do you think you're gonna get the world just to walk out? You're not. If people don't have the information on why to walk out, there's not gonna be a walkout. They keep fucking doing this shit. We're gonna walk out. I'm gonna be your leader and we're just gonna walk out and quit. We'll just let society just kind of fucking stop. You know what I mean? Not a well thought out plan. Just my opinion. I think the heart's there. Just not a very good plan. That's why we use the devil's tools against them. See, I come with a plan, little me. I'm smarter than a motherfucker, and you just don't realize it. And what we do is we take our news buddy, the alternative news. And we, the people who are awake, get right behind them. And we get them to all start talking about the same things. We get them to talk about the news that is putting most of the information in the ear holes of the zombies. And we tell them, if you're not telling the truth, you might want to start telling the truth now. Or we're going to have you arrested. What you're doing is treason if you're lying to us. You're giving us false information, which is leading us to live in a false reality. See, we shouldn't be living in a false reality. See, the news, especially in Canada, seems that we, the citizens of Canada, pay for this news. Because, well, they're fucking failures. And they suck at their jobs. But maybe if they were actually informing us with good things, maybe we'd fucking pay attention. And true things, we force them to do that. You know what I mean? But then there was always, we should fucking even kind of skip that. Like, there's so many different ways to go. I mean, we change the world as we go. We tell the people that are running for president and prime minister, because we're going to need someone, because Justin's going to jail for sure. So we're going to need someone placed there. And I'm not sure Pierre Poilievre's the guy for the job. You know what I mean? No more silver spoon bitches. We need someone that's been in the trenches, worked their way up, know what it's like to be a fucking human being, not some fucking silver spoon fucking fed fucking WEF fucking piece of shit that's going to get penetrated over and over and over and over and over and over again. We need a man with morals and dignity and fucking respect for himself. And a good fucking dose of fear of God, who knows he doesn't want to fuck up. You know what I mean? Little me? There's no men in this world. No true leaders anyways. Too busy watching The Rock and seeing what he's smelling. Like, I'm going to tell you, if Leonardo DiCaprio ain't a little fucking Satanist, I'd be shocked. Now, that's just my opinion. It ain't based on any facts, but I'm just telling you, Sean Penn, he spent a lot of time with Zelensky. I think they played with each other's Zelenskys. But hey, I might be wrong. Who would have thought Spicoli would have been a fucking dirtbag, eh? Not Spicoli. Not Spicoli. But hey, I like Rob Schneider. You guys like Rob Schneider? What about his boy Adam Handler? Adam Handler. What if he was a bad dude? Could you imagine that? Adam Sandler. A little devil dick gobbler? Could you imagine that? Adam Sandler. Who would have thought Happy Gilmore would have been a fucking douchebag, eh? They're the ones that have to live with what they did, little me. They're no better than you. You'll have to live with what you did, but they're going to have to live with what they did. And what they've done is way worse than what you could ever have fucking thought of. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Vince McMahon? Can you imagine how many people aren't coming out because they're ashamed that they got McMahon? Do you know how many women out there probably want to fucking see how many men? Hey, they were talking about the men in the WWE way back in the day. And maybe Rock was a rock sandwich. And then he became the Tooth Fairy. Well, come on. You gotta know he's fake. Tells you he's all natural. Are you fucking kidding me? Go fuck your hat, pal. That is not natural. I'm not scared of a few little steroids. Just as if I'm talking tomfoolery, my words shouldn't hurt him either. Can you imagine The Rock trembling at the sight of me? Oh no, it's one of those chosen ones. I want to help Lahaina now. I want to help Lahaina now. I'll give them anything, anything. No, you're going into jail cell with Klaus Schwab. And, well, he likes to penetrate, Rock. And your Tooth Fairy days are just beginning, sweetheart. What's Vintage saying? Yeah, we win. I think it's easily Vintage. we just got to get the right people saying the right things to these little turds. Like, I'm serious. Like, I wish some people would watch some WEF videos. Watch some videos on Klaus Schwab. Like, Princess Palpatine, you gotta see the uniforms this little princess wears. They're unbelievable. Like, he thinks he's lord of the fucking world. He's just this little Yahtzee fucking Goomba fucking with some money who thinks he's gonna make me perceive that he's the fucking ruler of the world. I perceive not. I don't let losers run my world. See, I just gotta convince some other people not to be losers anymore. Little me, come on, buddy. If I can change you, I can change anybody. I might even have a shot at Dagburn. Come on, buddy. Come on, join Team Big. Come on. Go change your name. Come back as Big Me. Come on. Show me you want to save your children. Show me you have an interest in your children, bud. Come on. What about you, Ghost of Shadows? 69? Huh? You want to be Big Ghost 69? You want to be Ghost of the Light? Huh? Gotta go through the darkness first. You do gotta go through those shadows there, Ghosty. Oh, man. The ancient secret way to communicate with your higher self. I like some of those videos too. I watch them. See, I don't limit myself. I'm all over the place. Rosicrucians. You guys ever watch stuff on them? Mystic Christians. I think that's what happened to me. Kind of like those native tribes where they used to take the bipolar folk. They'd be the chosen ones. They'd go through their little things. They'd have their vision quests. I mean, my Vision Quest was fucked up. It's not the way you would think. You know what I mean? But it's a new time and it's a new day. There's new technology. Or was it just a manic episode or was it a spiritual awakening? I don't know. What do you guys think? I think when you're spiritually awake, you're really brave. And while you do things that look crazy, and well, these spiritual fucking gurus who tell you that evil only exists in your head and that these people aren't real, and like, are you people real? Are you real? Are you real? Can you wish Bill Gates out of your head if you figure out that he's evil? There's people convinced that they can do this. There's people convinced right now that they're living on a different dimension. I think my thoughts are on a different dimension than your guys's, but the avatar is still in fucking 3D. I mean, it's tough. It's tough in the 3D. It is. What's everybody saying? I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. For some reason, it's doing this. This is. I'm trying 2 different phones. I'll try the headphones again next time. I don't know what to do. It's 2 different phones I'm trying. Alright, I'm gonna end this. Oh, if you can't hear me, I'll end it.